I was recording, but I wasn't recording our audio at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
that would have been bad. Okay.
No audio.
Good evening, gang stalkers. Welcome back to another episode of Splaesh Digest. I am here with Dennis today,
Hello.
and I saw this post online. My Google random updates or whatever it hit me with a letter to the Subnautica 2 community. Um, So I figured it would be great as, members of the Subnautica 2 community to read this open letter to us. Um, but before we get into it, I do want to just kind of give you our general stance on the game and kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
Like Dennis and I have been long time Subnautica fans, and we do enjoy the second game, right? You would say you enjoy it?
Oh, it's fascinating. I like it visually. I like the story. I'm a big story fan, so everything that has to do with lore and stuff like that, I'm just in love with it.
Yeah. And I really like the story as well, and it's more Subnautica that's like an easy access version of Subnautica multiplayer. So I I absolutely love it. Where I start having a little bit of issues is just how unfinished the game is. I am not satisfied with the price that I had to pay for the level of content we got. It's a really good start, but I think this game should have been 26.99 Canadian, not 50 Canadian. um that's where I stand on it though. I'm not too up in arms about anything in particular in the game. Other than the tadpole. I'm not a big fan of the tadpole. Give me my Cyclops back. Um
Well, yeah, in
And yeah,
general,
the
like
vehicles, I guess, would be my biggest thing. Where it's like I don't like the tadpole. I wish there was a bigger vehicle like the Cyclops. Yeah,
in general, the game does feel a little bit more empty than what the first one or Below Zero felt, but also that's also like nostalgia speaking to me because well, the first game and Below Zero came out so long ago, right? That having a new game, it's kind of like impossible not to compare it with the older ones. So, in terms of what, because I was doing some research
yeah,
on what was on the early access of Subnautica, it is substantially less, definitely. Because in early games Subnautica, you could go down to the Emperor's Leviathan facility, right?
yeah.
It wasn't finished, but it was like almost a full game.
Well, it also didn't
Um,
put a little bit of police tape up and be like, nope, you can't go any farther, right?
that is something that I do agree that it is a little restrictive. Um, at the same time, I understand because I was just exploring the other time. Um, and going to that like police tape area, it seems like beyond what it's on the map right now, there's like just plain, it
Yeah.
looks like. So I don't think it's completely ready. And I also cannot blame the new Dave team because it's been like such a
It's been a
hard
development cycle.
situation,
Yeah. I don't even really
right?
want
It's
to
such
get
a
into the crafting nonsense with that
it's I
because it's
we
its
should
whole other
mention
can of
that this
worms.
this video is not like accepted by Krafton, otherwise they might take our games away.
Yeah, they can take my game away. That's fine.
That Eula situation is just
Yeah,
Jesus.
I don't really want to touch any of that just because it's so overwhelmingly negative for that.
Right.
Um, which completely understand and reasonable, by the way. I just
Hmm.
it's not our platform to touch on it. We're not
To
intelligent
talk
enough for
about,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're we're
I will
not
I will
smart
say
enough.
this. Um, just touching on the last bit of Subnautica 2 criticism before we get into the open letter.
Hmm.
Um, I understand why Subnautica 1 released in early access as an unfinished thing and you watched a small team build a game. Subnautica 2 has had all this time and all this publicity
Publicity.
to be bigger. And then when we got it and it's smaller than like not even just smaller but not done yet, and we've waited so long and there's been a delay, that's where I'm like, that takes this game down to me from an 8 to like a 6.5. Like it's that's that right there. If it was
I
like
to
done, this game to me would be like an 8.5, 9, even with me not liking the new vehicle and such.
Apple.
Yeah.
Um, for myself, it's just like I was in the Subnautica community back when it first launched for
Hmm.
early access in 2014. And the game wasn't officially out of early access till 2018. So that was 4 years of active development from a small team. And then they had to work on Below Zero. So Below Zero, I think, released in 2022. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Something like that. Yeah.
So they have had like a total of 4 years to work on this game, which is about the same time that the first game took from early access to release date. And in terms of art style and in terms of um like player interaction with the environment, I feel like it's a very different game. There's
It
still
like
many
almost
things
entirely
that
from like a
right
how
there's
your
there's still
character interacts with the environment standpoint. Yeah.
yeah, there's still many things that they could do different, right? We have spoken about
Well,
how
there's no run
like there's
button. You
no
can't sprint either. Above ground, there's no sprint button anymore.
that like, but we also have spoken about how we don't have weapons anymore,
It's not even
right?
weapons, is that we don't have like any sort of way of damaging the stuff that's around us. Like you can't even ram the tadpole into the smallest fish and kill it. It just like kind of bumps off. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's to me it's not, I don't need to be able to kill the leviathans or anything. Like I really don't need to. I just need some way of being able to best it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like you can use the flares on the smaller creatures. That's perfect. That's all I need, right? Like just I can toss out a flare and I can like mess around with it, right? Like there's a way
Yeah,
of, kind of handling it. And then you kind of had
yeah,
that in the first game with the decoy system where you could shoot decoys out and it felt like you were in a sub with, like, especially with the Nitrox mod, like you were in a sub with your crew, right? You're like, deploy the
yeah.
decoy, reload another one, right? And you're like avoiding it, you're switching to low power and stuff. Like that was so fun. Like that was my favorite thing to do in Subnautica. And to have
I feel
not even like the seeds of that placed in, it feels like my playstyle is completely unsupported.
I understand that as well. Like, uh, oof, I lost the point that I was trying to make. Um,
No, you're good.
like with the whole, like trying to best the like bigger fish, right? The
Yeah.
leviathans. I feel like if they would have just put the stasis rifle or some version of that in this game, it would have made it like a little bit better in that sense, right?
Yeah.
I do think that they're gonna add much more stuff, right? They like set themselves a window from 2 to 3 years to like get off of early access.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe that they're gonna add more stuff, right? Because the map is a lot of like smaller, as I said, than the first one. So I am expecting them to to expand the map and like do all of this other stuff, right?
Yeah. I certainly hope so. Are you ready to read this?
I am ready.
Okay. Let's see. Can I get all this on like one side? Oh, move Discord a little bit into frame. Okay.
Don't forget to say the time that it was published.
Oh, yeah, true. The 5th of the 20th of May, 2026. And it was by the Subnautica 2 team because that's what it says. Let's see here. Can I get the whole thing? Oh, I can't. Totally. Hello, Subnauts. First, Thank you for taking the time to share your feedback with us since launch. We've been reading your reviews and comments carefully, and we understand that there are several concerns we need to address more clearly. We understand that some recent comments from our team made players feel ignored or dismissed. We are sorry for that. Early access should be a conversation with our players, not a one-way explanation from the development team. Your feedback matters, and we do not want any part of our communication to make the community feel otherwise. There are
So,
oh,
sorry to interrupt you. So, did you heard about that?
yeah, people like wanted weapons and they basically said no, go fuck yourself, right?
Yeah, they like one of the developers said to just like if you want violence, go play Sons of the Forest. That's what they said.
Damn.
Like if you want violence in your game, go play Sons of the Forest.
The monsters are eating you. There's that would be my response.
Just
The sea monsters are eating me.
right, like
Yeah.
just go play something else essentially.
Okay. There are three areas we want to speak to directly. First, we understand that creature balance needs work. Right now, some predator encounters feel more frustrating than tense or exciting. Mitigation tools are not always clear, reliable, or satisfying, and players do not always have enough confidence in how to respond with when a creature attacks. This is not the experience we want. We are actively working on improvements to creature behavior and player mitigation tools. Upcoming changes will include adjustments to creature aggression, timing, aggro range, flare effectiveness, and survival tool effectiveness. Oh, and creature interactions with vehicles and bases. These changes will be delivered over a series of upcoming patches. Second, we've heard the strong request for more direct ways to deal with hostile creatures, including the ability to kill them. We understand that where that request is coming from. When avoidance and mitigation tools do not feel effective, it is natural for players to want a more decisive solution. Our current direction is not based on judging players who want combat, and it is not because we think those players are wrong. Subnautica has always been built around vulnerability, exploration, and survival rather than traditional weapon based combat. We believe that this is part of what makes the game unique. However, that design only works if creature encounters feel fair, readable, and engaging. Right now, we know we have more work to do to achieve that. Third, sorry.
But
We
they
want
said three things,
Yeah,
so
I know. We want to be clear on how we view early access. Early access is not about collecting bug reports, it is a collaboration with the community. We will not always be able to make every requested change, but we do have a responsibility to listen carefully, explain our decisions respectfully, and show through our actions that player feedback is shaping the game. In the coming weeks, we'll be delivering a series of improvements aimed at addressing concerns we are hearing from the community. We hope these changes will demonstrate that we are listening and that we are committed to working with you to make Subnautica 2 the best game it can be. Thank you again for your honesty, patience, and passion for the game.
okay. So it sounds to me like they don't want to move too much on the decision that they have taken,
Yeah.
especially with like the whole killing the creatures thing. But that they are working around it in a way that using other systems in the game might feel as effective as killing the creatures or like attacking the creature.
To me, it reads like almost like double speak. Hold on, where is it? Where it's like, um, early access should be a conversation with our players, not a one-way explanation from the development team. Proceeds to have a one-way explanation from the development team.
Well, I
Like,
mean, but
yeah,
they also have to send like a communicate, right? Because it's making
yeah.
waves, and it's like
No, but you know what I mean, right? They're like, no, this like not every decision's final. This is the final decision, by the way. Like, I don't really care, right? Like, I still really enjoy Subnautica 2, even as is. I just don't think we got enough content to be satisfied with it.
yeah.
But
In many ways, it does feel short, especially because like I myself play Subnautica for like the art direction, right?
yeah,
So I like that. But I know how because I have been feeling more safe on this game
Yeah.
than in previous games,
Well,
right?
like
I
look
don't
where I
feel
built my
that.
base, right? Like my
Yeah,
final base is inside the Needler cave. And instead,
yeah,
and like until we built the wall, the way we handled Needlers is just thugged it out. Like,
dug it out.
yeah,
But that's the thing. Like they need to improve maybe on like making some of the creatures do more, right?
yeah.
And at the same time gives us more things to do against them.
I think at the very least you should be able to ram like the angelfish or whatever that go by, like the tiny little guys, right? Hitting them
Yeah,
with your vehicle should kill them. That feels satisfying, and that's not combat, right?
yeah.
Like they should be able to be killed. It's not necessarily that I need to be tearing their heart out of their chest, right?
They do need to like put like some sort of upgrade on the tadpole that lets you
Go
like the dash
faster.
for our character,
Yeah.
right? Like how we have the dash, they should add something like that to the
That would be
tadpole.
great, yeah. Because the tadpole, even with the wings, feels like god awfully slow.
It
I
feels
hate the
as
tadpole. I want that
I
shit in the
don't
trash. Like
I
it
don't
makes me
hate
so
the
sad.
tadpole. I don't hate the tadpole. I feel like the only vehicle that I have like not liked is the sea truck from Below
I
Zero
didn't like
because
the sea truck either, to be fair. But
that was a whole thing.
I really don't like. Well, you see, I like the sea truck more than the tadpole because at least you could kind of like make something out of it.
I
Like
am kind of the opposite. I like the tadpole more than the sea truck. It's just to me the sea truck feels like a replacement for the Cyclops, and I didn't like that.
that's fine as long as there is an option. You know what I mean? Like I don't really like the sea truck. I still prefer the Cyclops, but you have the sea moth and then you have the sea truck, right?
I also understand why they made the sea truck for Below Zero because Below Zero was a smaller map, right?
Yeah.
And putting the Cyclops in there, like that small map, might be a little complicated. And the same might be said with the tadpole, right? We're in a smaller area. We might get like bigger vehicles when we're like expanding the map.
You like I hope it just like not like their actions have not made me feel confident in them since this game has like been spoken about, right?
Hmm.
So I'm a bit more, I guess, pessimistic to their what they say, just because I've seen like time and time again things that don't bode well. Not necessarily like failures over and over again. There is some weird shit that has definitely gone on. And whatever the hell they're yapping about, saying like go to Sons of the Forest.
That
Um,
was a whole wave
yeah, that's
on Twitter,
crazy.
let me
That's
tell you
crazy. But
that.
like yeah, like I feel like we should have gotten more than we did. But like this like 20 minutes of us yapping about it is probably all the yapping about it I'm going to do. I'm not, pulling up x.com, formerly known as Twitter,
Right.
and like beheading someone over it. Like whatever. I
No,
like the
like
game. I think it was good. We played it for
I
like
enjoyed the
like 8
game,
hours. Yeah.
whatever. Like to me, it's I have more an optimistic view because they have delivered in other aspects, right? They gave us multiplayer. The art style direction that they're taking is like amazing, and the lore of the game is wow. It's like I am one more and
I
wanna see
totally
what's more.
I totally agree with you on the lore standpoint. I think they've done a really good job with the writing of this game.
Hmm.
When you say the art direction and stuff, like, yeah, a lot of this game looks great, and then the sun goes down and the game looks fucking terrible.
I
Like all the
actually
blue
liked it.
light, but that, like, you know what I'm talking about? That, like, way high contrast blue light that shines through and, like, actually outbakes everything else. Like, it's
Yeah,
crazy. I like
they need to
that is like actually
adjust.
something wrong with the engine. Yeah.
They do need to adjust some things. It's an early access, right? Like,
That
well,
I
like
don't
it's gonna get
I really
adjusted,
don't
I'm
feel like
sure.
they deserve to be like be able to use that as like a held up like we're a small dev team. We are early access. It's like no, you're like one of the most popular indie game studios. picked up by a pretty like big publishing company. I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like you guys should have had a bit more to like bring to the plate and a better attitude towards your fans, because people really like this game and you should treat
Yeah.
them with a bit more respect.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're saying over here. They're
Yeah.
apologizing for their
Exactly.
actions
We haven't
so
really even
far
touched on
and
that really. This
and
is
trying to
a
just
step in
like
what could be considered the right direction if they follow
I
through
feel
with
like
any of it. If they follow through with this, and it actually ends up being satisfying, that is great. But they
we'll
can write
see.
a paragraph all they want.
Yeah, they're promising that they in the coming weeks they will be delivering improvements.
I hope so.
So
Yeah, I really like
let's
Subnautica
give them
too.
some time. The game has only released for a week. So let's give them a few, you know, a few
A
months
few
maybe.
years. We're giving them a few years, I guess. This is
I
what we
don't
do.
think they're
This
gonna
is what we do
finish the
in 2026. Your
I
game
don't think
comes
they're gonna
out
finish.
not done.
I don't think the game is gonna finish on 3 years from now. I think it's gonna like finish around 2031.
I just
That's
don't
like my
I don't understand why the story's not even done yet. Like I don't understand why we can't finish the game. Like I would understand if like there wasn't like if there was no extra vehicle or anything just yet and all these issues happened, but we could at
Mhm.
least get to the end. Like it was feature complete to an extent, right? Like a or not feature complete, but maybe content complete of like what the game's like meat and potatoes were, but it feels like that's been held back from us. Like I feel like they do have it like somewhere and they're just not showing us because of how much is like finished, right?
I feel like as well with the first game, right? They put everything out to finish the story, and it feels like for this one, everything to finish the story might not be complete yet. So that's why they didn't finish the story. Because
I don't know.
on the first game, you need the Cyclops, you need the prawn suit to get down to the lava zone, right?
Yeah.
So they might not have the right vehicles or the right tools ready or like fleshed out enough to release it to us. That might be like a reason why they are held in back a little bit.
I guess.
But I do agree that like it's frustrating um to wait for myself. I don't mind a lot because I like when my story ends at a certain point. I have to wait a little bit, and I can speculate and I can make theories about it. And I'm just like,
I
what is gonna
so
happen
you
next?
see like for something like an episodic game series or a TV show that's weekly, I absolutely agree. I think that's way better. Like how the Walking Dead games do it, where it's like an actual like chapter by chapter kind of thing.
Yeah,
Absolutely. But I think for your like follow the mystery survival game that it like is really popular and is has had like a ton of windfall since the first game came out, and then to the point where you put out like this isn't their second ever attempt at making a Subnautica game. We had Below Zero already and people didn't really like that so much.
no, Below Zero was
So
a
this now comes to their third attempt to make a Subnautica game. The first was a great hit. Love that game. Like excited to replay it in like a couple months or so, just because. Subnautica Below Zero, pretty cool story, lots of cool characters, but it's like it really feels like it's missing something.
they're 3 for 3 on story at least.
Well,
Like
we don't know because the game's not done yet. It could be ass
okay,
like
but what
next
they
update.
have
What they have so far
right
is great.
now on
Yeah,
story is amazing. You know, I don't feel I feel like story is the one thing that they haven't failed
they've
yet.
been consistent with story, but
Yeah.
the fact that we just can't access it after waiting so long for this game to come out to then have to wait for them to finish the game because they took so long.
Yeah.
Like that's where I start being like, oh come on, man! Like you're charging me $50 for this game. You're charging me $50. Like I said, if this was $26.99, I would not have
They're
this
charging
complaint.
$30 on the US side.
Okay, but I'm paying
That's
Canadian money.
ridiculous. I know. I mean,
um,
why are they doing that?
like yeah, I don't think it's worth the price. Like if you're going to get Subnautica 2, if you're watching a Splaesh digest video to decide whether or not you're buying Subnautica 2, go to the clinic and ask for like a fucking checkup. But first of
Right?
all,
Like, ask, what are
wait a
you
little
doing here?
bit before buying this game. Wait till like update 3 or something, and if the story's done by like the third major update, then buy it. But otherwise, wait till they're like end of lifing this game to get it. Like get this shit on
I would
sale.
I definitely would agree to just wait a little bit before you buy it. We bought it because we were tired of waiting.
Well, yeah, I knew it was early access, but I thought that meant like it's incomplete, not that it is unfinished, right?
Yeah.
Like it's the difference between somebody's like half finished basement with like, they just maybe have to do the boiler room or something, or
Yeah.
somebody's like unfinished basement that looks like a like fucking like what is it called? Phasmophobia map. Like and that's what this feels like. This is the scary like dark basement and like
Hmm.
I was expecting, basement with maybe not no drywall up or something.
Right.
But yeah, I think otherwise than that, we're just gonna talk in circles. So I think we'll end it here. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that that was certainly an interesting read. Subnautica's certainly been an interesting game. Uh, yeah, peace, peace.
Thank you.
All right, that's it later, Ho.